Hi, my name is Kirsten Schnell. I'm a 4th grade teacher in Northern Colorado, and this is the Crazy Cat Classroom. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ding the notification bell so that you are notified every single time I upload a new video. That's the signal that there's tea ready. Alright, so let's get started. I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that the video that I did last weekend, or the information that I got last Monday, which was the 27th, has changed. So, I have mixed feelings, obviously, about this, and I know that lots of people do as well. But we are going to start our school year on the 24th of August. However, it's going to be strictly remote until our first quarter is ended, which is about mid-October. So, a lot of people are happy because they're keeping the students, staff, families safe. I am happy about that people are going to be safe. But also, of course, there's a lot of people who are not so happy. Pardon me as I log into my computer. A lot of people who aren't so happy because it's just this wishy-washiness and this inconsistency, and let's just be honest, that's the whole issue with this COVID outbreak, is the wishy-washiness and not knowing when we're going to be in school and when we're not. And so I am excited for some consistency. However, it's also just not really a great feeling that I don't get to see my kids in person, and all the things that I've been kind of working on for a hybrid model, I have to kind of transition to virtual, which I was already doing anyways. And I told my teammates, I am making these things knowing that I might not use them, right? If we were in person and I was able to have small groups, I'd rather have small groups in person and together rather than on the computer and you're just sitting close to your small group partner. So this way, I can run small groups and have people get to know each other and not have this A day, B day type of situation. So there's a lot of feels. I think my biggest feel is just that flexibility, right? That I'm going to be like water and I'm going to just go with the flow and see what comes. So today is August 5th. I just took a shower. I wanted to let you guys know that this whole week my school is offering self-paced PD courses to take to help teachers prepare for this new school year. I am already very technologically savvy, I feel, and I learn tech tools pretty quickly. So with that being said though, there are a lot of things that I don't know and a lot of tools that I might want to use. And so I have had the amazing opportunity to take this PD and also co-teach some courses. I'm co-teaching a course on Seesaw. I know a lot about Google Sites and Google Classrooms and Google Suite applications. There's some on Pear Deck and using Pear Deck, which I didn't know Pear Deck had a student self-paced application that you could use, which is really awesome. I'm definitely going to use that this coming quarter. And yeah, so I'm excited to learn and to try new things. And with my teammates, I know that we have things at our fingertips that we can definitely use to further our instruction. I still have a lot of questions, like how is remote learning going to look? Because it was very unstructured in the spring, given we didn't have time to prepare. So because of how unstructured it was, we weren't grading students on the work that they produced. It was just kind of like keeping track of participation. Versus now we are expected to grade students. So and we're switching from letter grades to standard-based grading. So that's just a big weight on the shoulders of me and my teammates to try to figure this all out. In today's video, I just wanted to show you the applications that my team and I have kind of discussed that we would like to use, as well as possibly other applications that aren't on this list, but that we can like put a link into our Google Classroom that we are planning on using, so that it just gives you an idea, because I feel like more and more as school's coming closer and closer, we're hearing about either starting remote or doing the first semester remote. So let's get started.
All right, so the first application I want to talk about is WeVideo. WeVideo is an editing video software that my school has a pro account for. So I'm very fortunate in the sense that I don't have to use iMovie on my iPhone or any other video editing device. I edit all my videos here. So even right now, I'm in my YouTube folder, and you can see the videos from last week and then my little buttons that I usually input. So that's the first application I want to talk about. The next thing I want to talk about is this login sheet. So my teammates and I have really talked about creating a login sheet so that parents and students can access things very quickly. So each student will get their own login sheet, which I will email to the parents with their username, password for their computer login. I know that my school has computers for K through 12. When they will get those computers is a great question. Here's my school's the name and logo, so I just hid that. And then I hid the at myschooldistricts.org ending, so that just for privacy reasons. I created this table. So what I did was I first created this header in Canva, and then I copied it as an image, and then I created the table and stuff with the pictures in PowerPoint. And then I copied that as an image and linked the images to the websites. That one has personal information, that one has personal information, that one does. So let's go to Freckle. So this application I heard from my team teacher. And so students can enter the login code right there. And so they can click on the links here, and then here will be where they can find the class code or links if it doesn't have a class code. Now it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to zoom in here. But right here, I'm going to turn on my crafty cursor. This is a Google extension that you can like highlight things. But here you see, you will be able to access Cengage, which is our reading curriculum, and Envision, which is our math curriculum, through this site. So every single teacher in the district is getting this teacher learning page, and everything is linked to their teacher learning page, and you can customize certain pages to fit your classroom needs. So obviously I have Google Classroom. I used Seesaw a lot in the spring, and I love Seesaw, but I also want to stay consistent with my teammates, and my teammates are comfortable with Google Classroom. So I'm not planning on using Seesaw this spring. I might use it if we're in person, but I don't want to add more to my teammates' plate nor my family's plate. Here's Epic, which is a reading site where I can assign books or articles to kids and they can read. Freckle is a kind of we will primarily use it for reading, and it kind of creates diagnostics and levels out kids. It also does it for math and whatnot. We have Prodigy, which is a math practice, like math games. Gizmos, which can be math and science, and it's kind of like a little game where the kids have to figure out things along the way to get to the final product. Spelling City, my teammate is amazing, and she put up all of our spelling words from our curriculum in Spelling City. And so there's just a 4th grade general Spelling City. And then my school has Typing Club. Now that I've gone over the applications that my team and I are going to be using regularly, in which that my students need their username or password for, or they need a class code for, I want to talk to you about the applications I'm planning on using that are not on this list, but that I can easily link to Google Classroom. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about is Pear Deck. Now you can get a Pear Deck extension for your Google Slides, or you can just log in. Again, my school has a pro account for Pear Deck, and there's just a lot of different things that you can do with Pear Deck, and I would encourage you to explore the teacher resources. Like I said at the beginning of this video, one of the main things that I was really interested in was the fact that students can do self-paced slideshows. So that's going to make remote learning on my part 10 times easier, because then kids can do it on their own time, and if they need help, they can pop in to a Google Meet or Microsoft Teams and I can help them, or they can do their self-paced lessons. I know I've already talked about this in a previous video, but another application I'm planning on using is Pixton, which is kind of like a comic strip where students can create their own avatars. And what I like about this is that we can create our own avatars and then take a picture of our class together. And since we're going to start remotely, I think that's super important. And I'll definitely have to do an IORAD video on how to work with Pixton. But let's go to IORAD. This is an IORAD on one of my school district sites on how to use Parlay, which is a class discussion board, which is another online application I suggest you use. But what IORAD does is that it's an extension that you can just click and it will automatically generate a directions page. And it will also give you this link where you can give it to parents or students, and it will help them navigate so that when they're like, I don't know how to get to something, this is literally talking them through it. Like I said, this is an IORAD for Parlay, which is a classroom discussion board. So let me show you that, which is a new thing that I just learned. So this is Parlay, and you can sign in as a teacher, or students can join through a code. But you can easily put the link for a Parlay in your Google Classroom. I may have to add Parlay to this existing sheet. If I do, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I just know that I'm going to probably use Parlay for multiple discussion boards. And I don't want kids getting confused on which discussion board we are on if they are just in one class. So I still need to play around with Parlay to understand it a little bit more, but that's that. Another one that I'm planning on using is Flipgrid. And Flipgrid is just kind of similar to Parlay in the sense of you just copy the link and you put it in a Google Classroom. And so here's Flipgrid. And as an educator, I can sign in, or you can join by entering a code. And so the students can either click on the link and enter and go to the Flipgrid that way, or they might have to enter a code. So when I put up a Flipgrid, I always include the flip code just in case the link is not working out for them. And I showed you guys Flipgrid in a previous video. So I'll make sure to link that video in this video right here, just so that if you want to find more diving in deep to Flipgrid and Pixton, that you will be able to do that. I know I've mentioned Seesaw, and I know that I'm personally not going to use it this year, but I do think it's an amazing application. So here's Seesaw, and you can log in as a teacher, and what it is a digital journal of all your students' work. I know that K through 2nd is really going to be using Seesaw at my school this year. Another one that I want to show you guys is PlayPosit. What I really like about PlayPosit is it's very similar to Parlay, where you do not need to, all you have to do is insert a link into your Google Classroom. You do have to make sure PlayPosit is like synced to your Google Classroom, but it will walk you through it. And what it does is that you can get a YouTube video, or you can create your own video, and you can insert like pauses in the video where you ask student questions, and then it can collect all that data and give that information to you. So you can have students have to speak to you. You can have students do a multiple choice test. It just really helps bringing in that piece of authenticity or accountability. It just really brings in that piece of accountability. So PlayPosit, I would highly suggest using, especially to make sure that your students are comprehending your lesson that you are video recording. So I think that is it as far as all the different applications I am planning on using this school year. It may seem like a lot, and again, I say I am very tech savvy. Things like this don't scare me. It actually, I feel like, empowers me. However, I do know that many people do not feel comfortable with all these applications. So if you're like, ooh, Kirsten, PlayPosit looks like something that I really want to learn more about, please leave a comment down below, and I'd be more than willing to help you through learning how to go through PlayPosit or any of the other online applications that I mentioned in this video. I am very fortunate, and I know that I'm fortunate to have a school district that has a ton of pro accounts for technology usage. And so I am not having to pay for any of the applications that I am currently using. Most of these do have a free option. I want to put that out there. Most of these do have a free option. It's just if you want more of the things, or more of the tools that you would have to possibly pay. But definitely reach out to your school district. I know some are tight for money, but definitely reach out just to ask, because the worst they can say is no. Now, today in my PD, there is this class on this thing called Formative. And I've never heard of it before. Here, let's scroll down here. Here it is, goformative.com. I've never heard about this before, but it is like an interactive online worksheet. So I'm probably going to take this class today. What's great about the self-paced classes is I can go back throughout the week and try any ones that I want. But I'm really curious in how to use this and how it will link or sync to my Google Classroom. So I might have even this to talk about. So if you're like, I don't know that either, I would like to learn it, again, put a comment in after this lesson. Maybe I'll be able to share my knowledge and my learning with you guys. So I know this video seemed probably pretty quick, and I probably talked really fast because there was so much information that I was talking to you about. But I just wanted to give you a broad sense of what my school year is going to look like now that it has changed within the week. So that's it for me. Remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and ding the notification bell so that you are notified every single time I upload a new video, which is every Saturday. And between now and next Saturday, remember that when you believe in yourself, you can change the world. See ya!